Top 20 Campaign Manager Interview Questions and Answers. Campaign managers are responsible for planning and implementing marketing campaigns or events. When interviewing for campaign managers, look for candidates who understand current marketing trends and have proven leadership experience. Here are the top 20 campaign manager interview questions and answers to help you with your preparation. 1. Why are you interested in this role? This is the interview's starting point. This is a question that every interviewer will ask, not only to start the conversation, but also to learn what brought you here. This response has a big impact, so try to be as enthusiastic as possible. Sample answer. For my previous firm, I worked as a campaign manager, and I have a total of 5 years of experience in this field. I adore this job, and my previous experience qualifies me to pursue it as a career. I want to advance in this field, and I read the job description you mentioned in your job posting. My abilities and experience are completely in line with that. 2. What are the roles of campaign managers? This question will be asked by the interviewer to assess your knowledge of the field. If you're applying for a job, it's safe to assume you have the necessary qualifications and experience in that field. Everyone is aware of the responsibilities that their field entails. This will give the interviewer an idea of your educational background. Sample answer. To plan and execute campaigns, as well as measure and report on their effectiveness, campaign managers frequently collaborate with outside agencies. They usually work for private companies, but they can work for any company that sells things. Digital, direct mail, TV and broadcast, as well as print and telesales, are all options for campaign formats. 3. What are the qualities that a campaign managers need to be successful? Employees in any field must possess certain characteristics in order to be successful. Certain qualities are required to boost productivity and self-esteem. This question will be asked by the interviewer to see if you are aware of the qualities required for this field. Sample answer. The campaign manager should be well versed in market trends, as well as all of the hot topics in town. They must be excellent communicators. They should have a good understanding of how to manage people. They should have strong project management and numerical abilities. 4. What major challenges did you face during your last role? How did you manage them? Managers are frequently tasked with finding solutions to problems. Employers ask this question to discover more about your problem-solving abilities and problem-solving expertise. Consider a time when you had to apply your critical thinking skills to a campaign problem. Explain what steps you took to resolve the situation in your response. Sample answer. In a previous position, I was tasked with resolving a major public relations crisis. A former boss said something on social media that reflected badly on the company's overall performance. People began to follow it, and it quickly became a major issue. As a result, I approached a former employee and had a conversation with them about what they had posted. We eventually came to an agreement, and they decided to take down the post and issue a statement clarifying the situation. Despite the fact that this appeared to be a difficult task at first, I discovered that by utilizing my communication skills, I was able to quickly resolve the situation and save the brand's reputation. 5. Describe your daily routine as a campaign manager. Your daily routine will give an idea about your skills, knowledge, and experience. Thus, this question is asked to inquire more about your experience and education. If you want to pursue career in this field, then you must know what campaign manager typically do. Sample answer. I used to create integrated marketing campaigns for B2C and B2B companies with the goal of acquiring and retaining customers. Manage marketing campaign procedures, implementation, tracking, and measurement. Brief and supervise the work of internal and external agencies that will deliver much of the campaign's activity, such as designers, animators, and printers. Write, edit, and proofread copy for marketing campaigns' promotional materials. Ascertain that the organization's brand and identity are maintained throughout all campaigns and communication channels. Deliver regular campaign results reports, including web analysis and KPI evaluation. 6. Describe briefly about your experience. Specifics relevant to the position you're applying for should be discussed. If you know you won't have much experience in the job you're applying for, prepare for this question ahead of time and make sure you'll be able to give some relatable examples based on your previous experiences. Sample answer. I've been doing something to keep myself busy and earn money since I was 10 years old when I started my first paper route. It was obviously about making some spending money back then. What I didn't realize was that I was embarking on a journey to figure out what I like to do and where I fit into the big picture. In my last 2 summers of high school, I worked as a junior computer technician. It was here that I discovered my passions and what I wanted to do with my life. I went to college to study computer science and have been working in the technology field ever since. 7. What kind of strategies and mindset is required for this role? Certain strategies are required when carrying out duties and responsibilities. Every task and job necessitates a distinct strategy. You have the part in front of you. The interviewer wants to know if you have any plans in place to make this job easier. Alternatively, you may only have rudimentary knowledge to pursue your objectives. In real life, things are different. Sample answer. The campaign manager should have the ability to see the big picture. The right strategy includes right campaigns and low budget. Campaign manager should possess skills to execute campaign in an effective way so that it may reduce the overall cost of the firm and produce higher results. 8. What is the biggest challenge that you foresee in this job? The interviewer wants to see what challenges you expect from this job. This will highlight some important points for both of the parties. It will give an idea that how well and attentive you are, and it will also give chance to the interviewer and other members of the organization to prepare things and make changes within the organization. Sample answer. As a campaign manager, I need to coordinate within different departments of the firm, and I need all the tools that can make my campaign stronger. The challenge that I foresee in this job is that you are working with limited tools. In that case, it becomes tough to conduct the research and run a successful campaign. So my only concern is to provide me with latest tools and equipments so that I can run the campaigns in an efficient way. 9. How do you stay motivated in your work? Learning how to stay motivated at work every day, whether you enjoy or despise your job, is a common challenge. As a result, the interviewer is interested in learning how you stay motivated, as it is directly related to the firm's overall performance. Sample answer. When I need to be motivated, I simply remind myself why I joined. Break down large tasks into smaller chunks. Celebrate small and large accomplishments and establish a reward system for myself. As a result, I stay motivated at work and add value to the company. 10. Describe a time when you failed in this role and the lesson you learned. The interviewer wants to know what challenges and at what level you faced in your previous job. This will indicate your level of exposure as well as level of understanding the things more easily. Without learning lessons from them, it is hard to become successful. So, organizations prefer those employees who learn from their mistakes. Sample answer. I once ran a campaign that required 10,000 people to participate. It was only a promotional campaign, and I only realized later that I had spent too much money on it. I asked my employees to print and distribute the brochures, even though the results had already been achieved through a digital campaign. I should have started with the calculations. I felt embarrassed in front of my boss, so I now calculate before I execute. 11. Why do you feel you are the most suited for this role? At this spot, you have the chance to stand out from the crowd. Alternatively, you should not make assumptions about the abilities of other candidates. Focus on your own strengths, and if the interviewer hasn't already, now is the time to bring up that one-star quality about yourself. Sample answer. My 4 years as a campaign manager and managing a team of 10 people have given me insight into what your campaign manager job entails. Goals motivate and inspire me, and my enthusiasm helps to motivate and inspire my team. We were ranked last year as a result of these abilities. Over the course of 3 years, I personally recruited and trained hundreds of new trainees, and I'd be delighted to assist you in growing your teams here as well. But I'm more than just a social butterfly. I've also created and managed budgets. People describe me as a strong communicator and leader who doesn't mind getting my hands dirty. I hope to be able to contribute in a similar manner here. 12. Share with us your greatest achievement. This question allows you to highlight a pivotal moment in your career that demonstrates why you're the best candidate. Try to provide achievements that directly link with the position. Sample answer. After failing and learning from my first campaign, which I have mentioned before as well, I ran a campaign for my boss that resulted in 10% increase in overall value with a 5% less budget. I did not waste money on traditional style campaigns and effectively managed teams and targeted only those people who were our potential followers. 13. What is your management style as a campaign manager? The interviewer is interested in learning a little more about your abilities. Labels should be avoided at all costs. Depending on which management instructor you listen to, some of the more common labels, such as progressive, consultative, and persuasive, can have a variety of meanings or descriptions. The situational style is safe because it states that you will manage based on the situation rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. Sample answer. Delegating responsibility and authority, in my opinion, is critical. Low expectations or ego should not hold back a team's ability to develop and grow as individuals and as a whole. I believe in forming a group. Each team member should understand their role, know where they fit in, and feel confident in their ability to rely on one another. 14. What are your strengths? While this question may entice you to pound your chest, remember to highlight skills that will benefit the employer and are relevant to the job. Consider the position and confidently present your strengths. Now is not the time to be modest. Sample answer. I consider myself to be a problem solver. Normally, I serve as a motivator. My natural leadership abilities enable me to easily manage groups. I worked hard on my weakest skill, which was being able to perform under pressure, and now I am able to do so as well. I believe that having a positive attitude can help you solve many problems as well as save you from them. Last but not least, I believe that loyalty is crucial. No one can bring you down if you are sincere in your work. 15. Why are you interested in a position of leadership? To effectively manage your team as a campaign manager, you'll need leadership skills. Employers may ask this interview question to see if you possess leadership qualities. Explain which leadership skills you have and how you would use them in this role in response to this question. If the employer mentioned any specific skills in the job description, look them up. Sample answer. I want to be a leader because I want to assist others in achieving their professional objectives. As a good communicator, I'd make sure that everyone on the team knows what I expect of them and how they can work together to succeed in their jobs. Another aspect of leadership roles that I enjoy is that they allow managers to make a real difference in their organizations. I would work to create a positive work environment in this position. I'd accomplish this by utilizing my teamwork skills and providing positive feedback to my colleagues. 16. How to communicate effectively. As a campaign manager, you have responsibility to manage teams as well. Without effective communication, it is almost impossible to achieve these goals. This is why interviewer will ask this question during the interview, and the best answer can be. Sample answer. Effective communication is a learned skill. It is more effective when it's spontaneous rather than formulaic. A speech that is read rarely has the same impact as a speech that is delivered spontaneously. It takes time and effort to develop these skills and become an effective communicator. The more effort and practice you put in, the more instinctive and spontaneous your communication becomes. 17. What irritates you about the other people? As a campaign manager, your role is to deal with people. This will give the interviewer an idea about what you think about the people and what irritates you the most and how you manage it. It is a general question, but often asked in the interview. Sample answer. My job includes contacting and meeting with different people all the time. The most disturbing thing that I feel about the people is getting or doing things in an unorganized way. I really dislike this. It not only wastes your time, but it also shows that they are unprofessional. 18. If you were to hire a campaign manager, what traits you would have looked for? This question will be asked to put you in the place of the interviewer and think like him. It is a great time to rethink things. Sample answer. Hiring a campaign manager is like choosing a spouse. His qualities will help you grow faster. You will be looking for someone who you can trust and respect. Apart from this, he or she should have good communication skills, great command over the new and trending technology to achieve the goals effectively, and he or she should be willing to work as well, which, I think, is the most important aspect of the hiring process. 19. Can you name some of the tools to run a campaign digitally? It is all about the new world, and it is now managed digitally. This question represents the technical side of the interview, and you should name all the trending digital tools that help in creating an effective campaign. Sample answer. I usually run digital campaigns on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and spend little bit budget over Google Ads and Facebook ads as well. Apart from this, getting shoutouts is also an effective way. My campaign style always generate effective results and adds value to the organization. 20. Why do you think it is important to hire a campaign manager? This is another side of the story. You will not mention roles or job descriptions of the campaign manager, but emphasize on why they are important. The best and unique answer to this question is. Sample answer. Campaign managers really add a value to the firm. They make the plan, build up a strategy, manage your budget, partner with vendors and consultants, and train all your staff. So, for these reasons, campaign managers are essential for any organization. Conclusion. It is not an easy job to be a campaign manager. Maintaining a competitive market pace necessitates constant focus and a significant amount of effort. To help you get through your interview, above were the top 20 campaign manager interview questions and answers. We wish you success in your interview.